Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 3rd of October 2018. We're going to reflect on Luke 9:57 to 62. Listen. As Jesus and his disciples were proceeding on their journey, someone said to him, "I will follow you wherever you go." Jesus answered him, "Foxes have dens and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head." And to another he said, "Follow me." But the man replied, "Lord, first let me go and bury my father." But he answered, "Let the dead bury their dead, but you go and proclaim the kingdom of God." And another said, "I will follow you, Lord, but first let me say farewell to my family at home." Jesus answered him, "No one who sets the hand to the plow and looks to what was left behind is fit for the kingdom of God." This is the gospel of the Lord. This passage is about an invitation to discipleship, and it is perhaps best understood through a personal story. About 15 years ago, I started a prayer group with a few people. Within a few weeks, the numbers swelled to over 100, and I was pretty happy. But I soon noticed something. Not everybody was growing spiritually. There seemed to be a lot of movement, but it was like they were jumping up and down in one spot. I soon identified that the main reason was that there wasn't sustained effort in growing in 4 major areas: prayer, study, sharing, and evangelization. So one day after a prayer meeting, I invited those interested to a 6-month program where there would be structured growth with accountability. The people who joined would be required to compulsorily pray, read the word, share the blessings they'd received, and evangelize every day. I told those who were interested to show up at my house the following day, expecting 4 or 5 people at the most. 30 people showed up. I figured they hadn't quite understood what I had in mind, so I spelled it out. I said, "Listen, guys, you're going to have to spend an hour in personal prayer, have prayer time with your family, have prayer time with a group, and of course attend Mass. That's one. Then you're going to have to read the Bible, study it, meditate upon it, memorize it. Then you're going to have to share the blessings God has given you with others: time, talent, love, money." I figured the last bit would scare them away. Then I said, "One more thing. You're going to have to share your faith with others." All scary stuff. The following week, every single one of the 30 showed up with 10 others. I couldn't believe it, but I wasn't going to fight it. I locked the group there with these 40 and started a program that was really hard, being strict with every single person. We finished 6 months, and every one of these people had grown phenomenally spiritually. I asked them if they would like to do another 6 months. Without exception, they all said yes. At the end of the year, I asked them if they wanted to do another year, and again, they all said yes. At the end of the second year, I wondered if the program could be transported across cultures and countries, and tried 2 such programs in 2 different countries, and they were as successful, and the schools of discipleship were born. There are now nearly 100 schools in 14 countries around the world, and a new one is starting somewhere each week. The primary requisite of joining the school is a willingness to pray, study, share, and evangelize with deep commitment, and these students are changing the world. Every single one of the students of the first school is actively engaged in the ministry today. Each has directly or indirectly helped bring hundreds of people to Christ and salvation. Not one of them has strayed from the faith, and the bonds that were formed then remain strong to this day. Would you like to be a disciple like them? There is a cost, and it's total commitment, and that is what Jesus was talking about today. So, do you want to be a disciple? Think about doing this program. Speak to your parish priest, and if he says yes, then talk to me. God bless you.